Boxing means champions. Boxing means tradition. Boxing means HBO. Junior welterweight champ Rafael Pineda defends his IBF title. The challenger #1 contender Pernell Whitaker. Plus undefeated heavyweight Ruddock Bowe in a WBA elimination bout with #1 ranked Pierre Kutzer. A world championship doubleheader.
You know where it happens.
Bowe Kutzer and Pineda Whitaker. Live Saturday, July 18th on HBO.
Great middleweights of the 80s. Now, the first great middleweight war of the 90s on the TVKO Fight of the Month for December. Live on pay-per-view cable TV. WBA champ Mike the Body Snatcher McCallum takes on IBF champ James Lights Out Toney. And undefeated Ruddock Bowe drives toward the heavyweight crown against Mike Evans. Plus Murray versus Bramble. Live Friday, December 13th, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Call your cable operator now to order this pay-per-view triple header.
TVKO.
Holyfield landing inside.
Here's championship boxing. Month after month.
Ruddock Bowe, round knockout.
Pound for pound. And round by round.
Lennox Lewis, Weaver's down.
If you're looking for a fight,
Toney wins the title.
we deliver it. Live on pay-per-view. TVKO. Pay-per-view boxing's undisputed champion.
And Holyfield wobbles in the corner. The team is in trouble.
Last November, the unthinkable almost happened.
Cooper backs away.
It stunned millions watching live.
Holyfield in serious trouble.
Smokin' Bert Cooper came within seconds of snatching the heavyweight championship away from Evander Holyfield. Now, Cooper's got another title shot, and this time he says he's not leaving without the belt. But he's taking on the WBO #1 ranked Michael Moorer, 27-0 with 26 knockouts. Moorer's mean, hungry, and out to prove he's the fiercest of the young heavyweight pack. Budweiser presents the TVKO Fight of the Month for May. Moorer versus Cooper. It's for real, it's for keeps, and it's for the WBO Heavyweight Championship of the World. Friday, May 15th, 9 p.m. Eastern, live on pay-per-view cable TV. Call your local cable operator to order this dynamite fight night.
This spring, there are an awful lot of folks out there running for this and running for that.
And I promise to get our
But tell the truth, which George would you rather see back in action? George Foreman takes on Alex Stewart in a real heavy-duty fight. And middleweight champ James Lights Out Toney in his fourth title defense. Foreman versus Stewart. Toney versus Wolf. Live Saturday, April 11th. On HBO, you're in for a fight, and that's a promise.
Month after month, TVKO covers the hottest boxing action on the planet. And when serious fight fans want the inside scoop each month, they go right to the source, the TVKO Boxing Notebook, the only newsletter devoted exclusively to pay-per-view boxing. It's all boxing, all up to the minute. An incredible value, yours with this special offer. Each month, the TVKO Boxing Notebook packs a wallop with hard-hitting features like Ringside Report, Working the Corner with Lou Duba, plus predictions, interviews, did you know fight facts, and hot tips from the experts and fighters themselves. And the TVKO Boxing Notebook offers an insider's eye view of the WBO Heavyweight Championship bout in May between Michael Moorer and Smokin' Bert Cooper. Moorer, young, vicious, and undefeated with 26 KOs, is out to prove he's the best of the young heavyweight pack. But he's up against Cooper, who last November came within seconds of knocking Evander Holyfield out of commission. It's all here in the TVKO Boxing Notebook. Just a 99-cent phone call to 1-900-446-TVKO now, and a full year subscription will be yours at no extra charge. A spectacular value. Just dial 1-900-446-TVKO and subscribe to the TVKO Boxing Notebook with this special offer. It'll knock you out.
Styles make fights. And tough guys don't dance. Ray Boom Boom Mancini, the former WBA World Lightweight Champion, returns to the ring against Greg Haugen, a former lightweight and junior welterweight world title holder. Live pay-per-view Friday, April 3rd. See tough guys Mancini and Haugen get it on for the NABF Junior Welterweight Championship. Also featured on the card April 3rd, undefeated middleweight Roy Jones Jr., the outstanding boxer of the 1988 Olympics, fighting in a 10-round bout. And as a special added attraction, former NFL star Mark Gastineau continues his undefeated boxing career with a scheduled 6-round heavyweight bout. Mancini versus Haugen, Friday, April 3rd at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Ever can now be yours on home video cassette. Cassius Clay versus Sonny Liston. An improbable upset that turned the boxing world on end. The rumble in the jungle. Muhammad Ali and Big George Foreman. Two determined gladiators toe-to-toe in the sweltering jungle of Zaire.
Like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
The thriller in Manila. Muhammad Ali and Smokin' Joe Frazier. Their third and most memorable encounter.
All these shall know when I get the gorilla in Manila.
And NBC's compelling look at boxing's 15 greatest rounds ever. Don't miss out on this great first-time offer. To order, call 1-800-843-8350. $24.95 each, or all four for just $79.95. This offer is not available in stores. Call now.
We went to the fight capital of the world and asked the fans, who's the greatest heavyweight ever?
By far, it's Muhammad Ali.
Ripping punches, Muhammad Ali.
Who's the heavyweight champion of the world?
Sports Illustrated presents Muhammad Ali, the video. It's free with your paid subscription to SI.
It brought back memories, things I'd seen and hadn't seen.
God's former
Joe Frazier, he float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Foreman goes down like a tree struck by lightning.
And the Muhammad Ali video is free.
How can it be free?
It's free when you subscribe to Sports Illustrated. Save over 50% off the cover price.
Kind of like Muhammad Ali, it gives you everything.
You'll get 23 issues, including the baseball preview and the swimsuit issue for 3 monthly installments of only $9.89. Or you can pay by credit card.
This is Ali at his very best.
People who never had seen Ali would love this tape. You can't walk away from this tape without being a Muhammad Ali fan.
I've heard it. Oh, if you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man.
Call our toll-free number now and get knockout savings on Sports Illustrated and get the Muhammad Ali video free.
Ruddock. Razor Ruddock. 2 straight knockouts. Big left hand, too. Almost killed Michael Dose. Everybody's saying I'm making a big mistake. Tokyo. Ruddock. Ruddock.
Tyson versus Ruddock. Live from the Mirage, March 18th. See it on pay-per-view cable TV. A punch thrown by Razor Ruddock knocked out Bone Crusher Smith for 7 minutes. Mike Tyson couldn't even knock Smith down. Another punch laid out Michael Dokes for 12 minutes. Dokes may never fight again. A lot of fighters won't get in the ring with Ruddock, but then who in their right mind would? Tyson versus Ruddock. Live from the Mirage, March 18th. See it on pay-per-view cable TV.
From the show that over the years has brought you the champions. ESPN Home Video brings to you 10 and counting, the best of ESPN boxing. Join ESPN boxing analyst Al Bernstein as he guides you through 10 years of body shots, left hooks, uppercuts, and knockouts. You'll also meet the personalities that make the sport of boxing as interesting and as controversial as it is. You'll see the world champions when they got their start on ESPN. Ray Boom Boom Mancini, Michael Nunn, Donald Curry, Mike Tyson, and more. To get your copy of 10 and Counting, the best of ESPN boxing, call 1-800-782-9900. That's 1-800-782-9900. It's yours for only $19.95. 10 and Counting from ESPN Home Video. Call 1-800-782-9900 now.
You enter the ring with Mike Tyson. Don't try to win. Just try to survive. Tyson is the knockout artist. Iron Mike Tyson takes on Carl the Truth Williams. Live Friday, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, only on HBO. The undisputed best time on TV.
Get real. If it weren't for HBO, you would have missed some great boxing. The big fights. The thriller in Manila. Hagler. Hearn. The punches.
Classic one-punch knockout.
The comebacks.
Fighting back gangly.
The corner. The controversy and the undisputed. All from the best seat in the house. Pound for pound. Punch for punch.
Do you like it?
Year after year, nobody picks a fight like HBO. Nobody. HBO. Simply the best.
The experts are calling it the fight of the year. Undefeated Julio Cesar Chavez takes on undefeated Meldrick Taylor. Chavez, considered by many the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. Meldrick Taylor, Olympic gold medalist, lightning speed, thunderous left hook. HBO Sports presents the WBC IBF 140-pound title unification bout. Julio Cesar Chavez takes on Meldrick Taylor. Saturday, March 17th, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on HBO.
The gossip. The best fighter in the world. There's still only one. Undefeated.
I'm tired of getting splinters up my butt.
Undisputed.
They've never experienced anything like this, even if they're victorious.
Heavyweight champion of the world. See Mike Tyson's return to the ring, February 25th.
Every major fight in the 80s was on HBO. Leonard, Hearn.
Left hand sends Hearn back against the ropes again. And that's all. It's over.
Claire, Arguello.
Smashing right hand. Claire's helpless against the ropes.
Hagler, Hearn.
This may be the most brutal even round you've ever seen in boxing.
Holmes, Spinks.
Spinks is in a world of trouble right now.
Hagler, Leonard.
Left hand down at his side. Hagler peppering him. Leonard now tries to fight off the ropes.
Chavez, Rosario.
There's a big combination. That hurt Rosario. It also cut him. And he's in a world of trouble.
Tyson, Holmes.
The right hand and down goes Holmes.
In the 90s, the tradition continues with Chavez, Taylor.
Steele stopped the fight with fewer than 5 seconds to go.
And the biggest upset in history, Tyson Duck.
It's over. It's over. Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
It's simple. The best fighters fighting the best fights. HBO boxing is simply the best.
His loss was boxing's greatest upset. Will he come back with the invincible aura he once had? Mike Tyson talks about his return, 9 Eastern tonight on CNN.
And Tales from the Crypt comes an all-new creation of terror. A killing machine more devastating than Jason, more frightening than Freddy. He's Iron Mike Tyson. See Tyson take on Alex Stewart coming Saturday, December 8th, only on HBO. Pray for Alex Stewart.
World Championship Boxing presents Iron Mike Tyson when he takes his devastating power on the comeback trail against knockout artist Alex Stewart. Julio Cesar Chavez, 71-0, puts his titles on the line against WBC #1 contender Korean Kyung-Duk Han. HBO Sports presents a dynamite doubleheader. Iron Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez. Live tomorrow, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, only on HBO.
Boxing means champions. Boxing means tradition. Boxing means HBO. Terrible Terry Norris, the WBC Super Welterweight champ. Is he the best fighter pound for pound? Just ask Leonard, Curry, and Taylor. Now it's up to Simon Brown. Simon says, put up or shut up. Norris versus Brown, pound for pound. And there's only one place to see it. You know where it happens. Norris versus Brown for the Super Welterweight crown. Live Saturday, September 26th on...
In the ring, they were giants.
Sullivan! Johnson! Dempsey!
casting shadows larger than life. What was it about these 6 heavyweight champions that fired the imagination? Who were the men behind the legends? Find out as HBO looks at these boxers outside the ring with footage you've never seen before and interviews with those closest to them. Join host George Foreman as HBO continues its tradition of great sports documentaries. What would it be like to spend an hour with these legends? Watch In This Corner, boxing's legendary heavyweights. Premieres Tuesday night at 10, only on HBO.
Big George Foreman is getting ready to fight again. Over the years, his 6'4" of pure punching power has racked up 66 KOs. And now, he's ready to meet his next challenger. Beer Kutzer, live and only on HBO. It takes a big man to go up against George Foreman.
Oh, big guy. No. I'm so big, sometimes I even scare myself.
Is Big George ready? Just you.
My first name is Ruddock. My last name is Bowe. I'm heavyweight champ, in case you didn't know. Many have compared me to the greatest Ali, but I hit like a truck. He just stung like a bee.
See Riddick Bowe's first title defense live February 6th on HBO.
I tell you, Dokes, you shouldn't show off. Michael Dokes is so ugly, he hurts my feelings. Think you've seen boxing that's great? Riddick Bowe is on HBO. Just you wait. That rhymes. I like that.
I'm James Buster Douglas. I'm the heavyweight champion, because I knocked out Mike Tyson.
Oh, what an uppercut from Douglas. Tyson's in deep trouble.
Evander Holyfield thinks it was luck. He thinks he's the next champion. He's right about one thing. He's next.
Boxing means champion. Boxing means tradition. Boxing means HBO. 3 fighters eyeing each other in a live triple header. Middleweight champ James Toney moves up against Doug DeWitt with his sights on super middleweight champ Iran Barkley. The Blade fights Robert Foley. Then the man who wants Tony's belt, unbeaten Roy Jones against Percy Harris.
You know where it happens.
Triple header excitement, live Saturday, December 5th on HBO.
When judgment comes, I will be ready. I will be ready. When judgment comes, I will be ready.
James Buster Douglas, Evander Holyfield for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Brought to you by the undisputed king of beers. Budweiser presents The Moment of Truth. October 25th at the Mirage, Las Vegas.
When I won my first title in '86, you know, it's just walking down there and people cheering and the cheer bumps that you get because, you know, train all your life and I've been boxing ever since I was 8 years old and thinking that, well, maybe I can be the champ.
The winner by a TKO and new IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Evander Holyfield. By a TKO and new, undisputed, Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Evander Holyfield. The winner by a TKO and new, Continental America's Heavyweight Champion, Evander Holyfield.
The quest to be best led to the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world, exclusively on Showtime Championship Boxing. Boxing means champions. Boxing means tradition. Boxing means HBO. Evander Holyfield, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. The challenger, Smokin' Bert Cooper. World Championship Boxing, as it can only be seen live on HBO. And next month, the man who took the champ the distance, George Foreman, battles Jimmy Ellis. Holyfield Cooper, Saturday night at 10:10 on HBO.
Boxing means champions. Boxing means tradition. Boxing means HBO. Get ready for a doubleheader spectacular. First, the WBA Welterweight Championship. Lightning-quick combos, a crushing left hook. Meldrick Taylor rocks in the ring, and Glenwood Brown is next on his list. Then, undisputed lightweight champ Pernell Whitaker moves up in weight and climbs into the junior welterweight ring for the first time. World Championship Boxing. Live Saturday, January 18th on HBO.
You'll see stars on the place where champions are made. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. Don't miss the greatest hits of the 90s. It's a two-fisted top-ranked doubleheader. Buck Smith, who has more wins than anyone in the fight game today, faces Robert Wagila, and Rudy Zavala battles Tommy Valdez. Top Rank Boxing, Thursday night, live on ESPN.
You dirty rat.
Stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Stop, stop, stop.
Mental exercise.
Stop, stop.
Course training from Fila. Check this out. Oh, motion.
Stop, stop. And they brawl in the center of the ring. Evander Holyfield showing his warrior's heart.
Nice ring, huh?
Both sons with an uppercut, and just like that, the champion struggles to stay on his feet. Look at Holyfield. What a warrior.
You want to do it now?
Reversing the tide of the battle, the champion now has Bowe wobbling. You've seen the best of both men.
Nah, let's wait.
Bowe Holyfield live from Caesar's Palace, November 6th on pay-per-view. Call now to order.
And they brawl in the center of the ring. Evander Holyfield showing his warrior's heart.
Round 10.
An uppercut, and just like that, the champion struggles to stay on his feet. Look at Holyfield. What a warrior.
It just kept coming.
The fight of the year.
The champion now has Bowe wobbling. You've seen the best of both men.
I'll get my revenge. I will repeat.
Bowe Holyfield live from Caesar's Palace, November 6th on pay-per-view. Call now to order.
Duran, Hearns, Hagler, great middleweights of the 80s. Now, the first great middleweight war of the 90s on the TVKO Fight of the Month for December. Live on pay-per-view cable TV. WBA champ Mike the Body Snatcher McCallum takes on IBF champ James Lights Out Toney. It's a classic middleweight showdown destined to make history. McCallum versus Toney. Live Friday, December 13th, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Call your cable operator now to order this pay-per-view event.
Former heavyweight champion of the world, Larry Holmes, continues to pound his way down the comeback trail. Now he'll face veteran Jamie Howe. Then the man that nobody's been able to stop, undefeated boxing sensation Obakar, storms the ring. Budweiser presents USA Tuesday Night Fights, Tuesday at 9.
You've seen the courage of heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield.
Holyfield gunning for a stomach here.
Now meet his next challenger, Michael Moore.
They say I'm wild.
And Moore scored twice with the uppercut, and Stewart is down again.
They say I'm mean and arrogant.
Down he goes.
I say they're right. Boxing's a tough business.
Holyfield versus Moore from Caesar's Palace, April 22nd, live on pay-per-view. Call now to order. Evander Holyfield, the warrior.
Right hand by Holyfield inside, knocks Bowe back.
Michael Moore, the destroyer.
Stewart is down again.
The champion, courageous. The challenger, nasty. Holyfield versus Moore, will versus power. From Caesar's Palace, April 22nd, live on pay-per-view. Call now to order.
Controversy is written all over this fight.
Moore trying to box his way to the heavyweight championship. Holyfield knocks him down. I think that knockdown is going to be a very, very big part of the fight.
With a second-round knockdown, is Holyfield sure to win?
Holyfield coming back, straight right hand, left hook.
Michael, you're blowing it. judges be wrong?
Trying to retain his championship.
Find out Wednesday at 10 on HBO.
I have seen enough.
You be the judge.
Pernell Whitaker, Meldrick Taylor, Macho Camacho, an incredible night of championship boxing. IBF WBC lightweight champion Pernell Whitaker takes on WBA champ Juan Nazario. Olympic gold medalist Meldrick Taylor takes on Primo Ramos. Then Hector Macho Camacho fights to retain the junior welterweight title against hard-pounding Toney Baltazar. HBO Sports presents a boxing triple header. Coming up next, only on HBO.
Every major fight in the 80s was on HBO.
Left hand sends Hearns back against the ropes. Lance helpless against the ropes. The most brutal even round you've ever seen. Spaces in a world of trouble. Leonard now tries to fight off the ropes. That hurt Rosario. Down goes home.
In the 90s, the tradition continued.
Unbelievable. Richard Steele stopped the fight.
And the biggest upset in history, Tyson Douglas.
It's over. Tyson has been knocked out.
It's simple. The best fighters fighting the best fights. HBO boxing is simply the best.
Will he be the same fighter? Will he still have that rage, that fire in his eyes? Will he still strike fear in the hearts of his opponents? Will he be as ferocious and as savage as ever? But most of all, will he be the Mike Tyson of old? Or will he be better? The return of Mike Tyson. Tyson versus McNeely, August 19th. Live on pay-per-view. It's the boxing event of the year. Call your cable company. Peter McNeely has won 36 of his 37 fights, 30 by knockout. His last 8 fights all ended in the first round. Still, the so-called boxing experts say McNeely won't beat this man. But they said the same thing about Buster Douglas. Tyson versus McNeely, August 19th, live on pay-per-view. It's the boxing event of the year. Call your cable company. You've waited 4 years for this. The fighter of the decade. The boxing event of the year. On August 19th, guess who's back? The return of Mike Tyson. Tyson versus McNeely, August 19th, live on pay-per-view. It's the boxing event of the year. Call your cable company.
You know the name, you know the power, you know the fury. Now he's back. And he's ready to rock the ring in the boxing event of the decade. Tyson versus McNeely at the MGM Grand. Now you can be a part of this awesome event and own a piece of boxing history. Call now and order your fight merchandise commemorating the return of Mike Tyson. You can order the cap, t-shirt, or an authentic fight program. Call 1-800-33-TYSON now and your official fight merchandise will be delivered directly to your door. Make the call now, 1-800-33-TYSON. No matter who or where you are, you can experience the return of Mike Tyson. This commemorative cap, t-shirt, and fight program can be purchased separately or get all 3 in one spectacular knockout pack to score big savings for just $44.95. Don't wait. Have your credit card ready and call now, 1-800-33-TYSON. Or mail your check or money order to own your piece of boxing history.
You've waited 4 years for this. The fighter of the decade. The boxing event of the year. On August 19th, guess who's back? The return of Mike Tyson. Tyson versus McNeely, Saturday, August 19th, live on pay-per-view.
Call the cable system and order the fight before Friday and save.
Boy McNeely to go toe-to-toe with the champ, and he did for 89 seconds. He didn't back down from any combinations thrown at him, and he ain't backing down from this one.
There's a new stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. Not just cheese, but pepperoni baked right into the crust.
So good you'll eat it backwards. Show him, kid.
Oh, boy. The new 1-2 combination cheese and pepperoni stuffed crust pizza.
Hey, McNeely, how many slices am I holding?
Don't miss any of the game. Call Pizza Hut and have your stuffed crust pizza delivered right.
Mike Tyson fights live and free on Fox, Saturday night, November 4th. Fox brings you the free TV event of the decade.
Tyson versus Mathis, live Saturday, November 4th on Fox.
You won't see it on pay-per-view, and it's not on cable. It's only on Fox. This Saturday, Mike Tyson continues his quest to regain the heavyweight championship when he takes on Buster Mathis Jr. live Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox.
Fox brings you the free TV event of the decade. Miller Lite presents Tyson versus Mathis. Get charged for the free TV event of the decade. Miller Lite presents Tyson live, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Get charged for the free TV event of the decade. Miller Lite presents Tyson Saturday live on Fox. 6 days till Mike Tyson fights live on Fox. Free.
In their last encounter in the ring, Mike Tyson stopped Frank Bruno with a 5th-round TKO. But not before Bruno hit Tyson harder than he'd ever been hit before. Now, Bruno's in the way of Tyson's quest to regain the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Bruno versus Tyson, the championship, part 1. Now you can take home a piece of the action with your own official fight merchandise from Bruno versus Tyson, the championship, part 1. Order your official event t-shirt, Tyson or Bruno t-shirt, cap, mug, or jacket today. The heavyweight title. Bruno's got it. Tyson wants it. And even though one of these guys is going home empty-handed, doesn't mean you have to. Order your Bruno versus Tyson merchandise today. Have your credit card ready and call now. 1-800-33-TYSON.